What's going on, everyone? It's the People's Envoy Updog here with you, and today I have a video for you. Floors 40 through 50. If you want to run through that every day, I think we got about 7 days left. Let me double check that. Yep, live fact checking here on my channel. As of the recording of this video, and actually, by the time I release it, there'll be a little over 7 days still left to do this. So if you've not gotten to the top, first of all, this will show you how to do it without any repeating characters. You can go all the way 10 floors, easy peasy. And then if you want to drop once you finish floor 50, you want to drop all the way down to I think it's actually 41. But this will show you how to climb back up and hit those top spots for the ranked rewards. Now, I personally don't need the diamonds on those ranked rewards, so that's something that I'm not going to really push for because I don't need it. So I'll show you the 10 teams here, and then also I will give you my save squad code for the teams that I used on all the floors 1 through 50. So let's show you floor 40 first. I used Hive Mind with Super Scroll. That's his name. And yeah, pretty easy walkthrough here. Basically, that Jugs is right next to the scroll, so you just special with him, rewind the scroll, and start dropping people low. Get that speed bar on the Hive Mind, and they do the rest of the work. So we got Greg out there helping us with that speed bar too. If you're familiar with the original Asgardian team that had Hela and Loki, Thor, was it Heimdall? Oh, there goes Scroll. Holy cow. Interrupted me right as I was talking about the good old days of Marvel Strike Force. But yeah, what was it? Sif, Heimdall, Thor, Loki, Hela, that original team. The original Symbiotes team with Anti-Venom and Symbiote Spider-Man, that would just wreck the team because of, whoa, I guess Skrull came back somehow? Or maybe he just disappeared? That was weird. Let me go back and see this. Oh, he was in stealth. I couldn't see him. Anyway, so yeah, still rings true just because of Carnage's passive just fuels the symbiotes. So yep, pretty easy match there for you. There you go. All right. Oops, had to see where my rewards were. Okay, so 41, floor 41. I went with Superior 6 here with Ares just to remove that safeguard off of APOC here, and Superior or Sinister 6, mostly Superior 6, but with Vulture in here just because of the POV. Everybody else really didn't scare me. I think when I was coming up with this team, I'm like, well, I should have enough time to get to that North Star after bypassing the Sasquatch, just because of Green Goblin rewinding everybody. So this one was pretty easy too. Let's go take a look. Alright, so we go for the special with Vulture, and because APOC doesn't have his safeguard, I can flip his immunity. And when APOC has disrupted, I guess I didn't flip it. I guess it just cleared the immunity. But either way, when he doesn't have that immunity, he's really vulnerable. So putting that ability block on the Sasquatch with Kraven. Not that it matters too much, but we're just going for the extra damage there from Kraven. And now we can put an ability block on that trio there. I didn't want North Star to go off, even though he would have gotten rewound here. I wasn't going to take that chance. And then Shocker coming in, the MVP, rewinding the APOC. Take him out with, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Striker Goblin. That might be a little important to have Striker Goblin there. But other than that, yeah, just an easy cleanup. There you go. See, first two floors aren't so bad. Alright, so next up is floor 42, and we are going to use a Tangled with a couple of Orcus and Kestrel. This team worked really good for me. You'll see they just melt from Kestrel, and having the charges from Weaver and Lady Deathstrike just deletes people. It's really fun. It's a really fun team to theory craft a little bit here, so let's go take a look at this one. Now, for the save squads, I did put Nimrod in here just in case you are going from, like, I think it's like 38 or something. Let me double check. Let's do some more live fact checking here. So yeah, like if you're starting from 36, then I recommended the Pegasus team. And so if you're starting from there and going all the way up to 50, you're obviously going to use your Kestrel there with the Pegasus team. So Nimrod would be a great solution in here, but I stopped at floor like 38, I think it was 38. You kind of need APOC for that one. So I just stopped at 38. I went from 1 to 38 on the first day, so that's how I did it. That's why in the save squads you'll see APOC used like within a few floors of each other. That's kind of where you want to stop. So anyway, let's get back to 42. Here we go. Alright, so we load in, and 2099 gets to go first. He did flip that immunity. I was pretty impressed with that on the Black Knight, but 2099 goes down. That's kind of what we expected. And then we stun the Black Knight, and then special with Lady Deathstrike. She just deletes everyone. A little bit of an assist there with Kestrel. We ult with Kestrel onto Black Knight to get the extra damage. Doesn't quite take him down. He does hit that bot, oh well. And yeah, just finish him off here with that Sentinel ult. Took what? 6 turns? 5-6 turns? So not bad. Alright, so floor 43 is going to be just a regular Extreme X-Men team. Now, it looks like it gets a little sketchy, but you're really fairly pretty safe. I did stun the Iron Patriot just so we didn't get our buffs flipped even more and get defense down on us. I did let the Lizard go, and he stripped our buffs, so you'll see what happens. It doesn't feel quite as good as some of these first floors that I showed. So, but it still gets you a win. I think, pretty sure, maybe only one person dies here. I can't remember. Let's see here. Okay, so I tried to stun one of the Morgans, didn't land. Even with a skirmisher, and he said I was double checking. Like, did I have skirmisher on Nightcrawler? Yes, I did. Purple 3 skirmisher didn't land the stun on Morgan. I was trying to do that just to kind of avoid some of the stuff that she does. I did ability block the other one. I didn't want to get disrupt on to Forge, which luckily he didn't. Or actually, really anyone. Don't want disrupt on anyone. These Extreme X-Men do not like that. So then with Cyclops, tried to take out that Morgan. She survived. And then I didn't stun the Iron Patriot. Ability blocked him, so he didn't do his special and flip all of our buffs. Put more defense down on us, so we ulted here to cleanse everything with Forge. Spider Slayer bit the dust there. Iron Patriot getting some counters there too. Almost got the Lizard down. Nightcrawler finishes off the Iron Patriot. So we just have Morgan and Lizard. Okay, no more Lizard. Just got Morgan now. There you go. Okay, so nobody died. Alright, so 44 is going to be full Spider Society, and it does get a little rough too on this one, just because of the revives, and Dakin can hit hard. Void Knight will flip all of your buffs, so... And then Tigra, if you let her hang around, she'll do some damage to you too, so... they can survive it, but it can be a little tricky, so... Let's go see how this one played out. Alrighty, here we go. Dakin already getting a turn because of the Noir. Now, I wasn't sure. I was trying to debate, do I take the taunt off or do I get the extra damage on the Dorm and the Dakin? I wanted to get that extra damage. I probably should have done the remove the taunt, because then I could have guaranteed like a slow on the Void Knight, or maybe even gotten a slow on Tigra, depending on the chain. There we go. There's Tigra really putting a lot of bleeds out on us. Now, even though she has immunity, I went ahead and specialed anyway, just to get the extra effects on my team going with Penny. So like I said, your team really takes a beating, but Spider Society can handle it if you haven't built big enough. That's kind of one of the key things for this top of the tower, is you need to have some big characters. So I decided to special on the Red Guardian, get to basically, not really because he's a threat to lock him down with the ability block, but to spread that slow out there on everyone. I wanted to make sure we did that. Tiger coming in there with her ult. That ult is devastating in war. It wasn't too bad here. And we want the ult from Pav just to give that speed up to everybody. And he just clears house. Dorm does hurt, so if you let him ult, which I was trying to avoid that, but couldn't really do much about it. Alright, and then we ult onto the Wolverine. Trying to get that Tiger out of there. I think she had a Phantom Evade, because like it says it's there, but she wasn't evading anything, so it was weird. There we go. We're just pretty much clean up from here. So like I said, your team takes a lot of hits, but they can bounce back. They got plenty of sustain to do it. So there you go. Now, floor 45 is going to be an Undying 4-piece with Dorm. If you don't have the 4-piece, let's see, if you can spare like a Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider Robbie, even Venom does a good job, I think, with Undying, because he puts out bleeds and he can spread things, and so, well, no, I think, I think he would be available, because we used him. We dropped him actually on that from that Hive Mind team to put in Scroll. So, yeah, he would be a good option, I think, in here. It's really all about the Undying and, taking advantage of the bleed mechanic from Iron Man here, Iron Man Zombie, Zim, and, yeah, Zombie Scarlet Witch. She did do a little bit of damage, but I think she's definitely, you could definitely do this without her, so... I'll let you be the judge of that, so let's go check it out. Alright, so we pop in here. Hard lights are going to go. Now that might be a little bit of RNG depending on where she rewinds people. But Zuggs is going to put some slows out there. This Firestar can hurt a little bit. She kind of dropped my Hela a little bit low there. But hopefully she does hit a Greg, so that way you get some rewinds. And I just spread that slow and the bleed, so everybody had bleed, so they were attacking each other. Start to get some of that damage out there. The goblin does kind of hurt too. As you can see here, he drops my hella low, but that's why we have Dorm in here, so we can come back and be as good as new. Now everybody's slowed and they have like no turn meters, so it's going to take them forever to take another turn. I don't think so. Cap is the only one that doesn't have that, so that's why I went for him. I stunned him with the Dorm here, but other than that, yeah, you can survive that initial wave, which that's why Dorm is here. Then yeah, you're pretty golden here. It's like I said, Scarlet Witch did a little bit of damage there, but it's nothing that a Venom couldn't do, or Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider Robbie. So now these Miss Marvels aren't a threat. We're just kind of finishing them off, and we'll go on to the next floor. All right, 4 floors left. No, 5 floors left. All right, so floor 46. This is going to be a super hard counter to Skrull with the Mercs for Money and Black Knight. Basically, Skrull's really the only threat here. Maybe Guardian. Probably don't want him to ult if you can help it. But let's go show you how this is done here. Alright, so Skrull goes in, does his special, and that's kind of why I did the positioning the way I did here. Old Man Logan, I probably could have done behind Black Knight, but I like to be safe with him, so that's why he's over there behind Panda. He'll still get some of that splash damage when Panda taunts, but I don't really like the initial damage from Skrull going on to Old Man Logan. Just because this tower, you never know what to expect as far as like how strong the characters are going to be. Like if he, for some reason, would have one-shot my Old Man Logan before he took a turn, you know, that would have been it. Like he wouldn't have had a chance really to finish this off without him. So Black Knight does a lot of work, but he needs a little help too. And I mean, it might have worked, but you definitely have like a 99.9% chance to win if you have your Old Man Logan with you too. So there you have it. Just take out that Skrull early and you'll be good. Now floor 47 is just going to be a full Astral team. If you weren't able to get Shadow King on his first run, like if you weren't able to unlock him at all, then obviously you have to be a different team. You might be able to get away with like a Secret Defenders team here, full Secret Defenders with Strange, or you could maybe even just put Black Cat or maybe like a Hardlight and Black Cat in here, but some kind of comp like that. But overall that should do just fine. But since I had Shadow King, might as well use him. So let's go check it out. So with Astral, there is a little bit of RNG in here, depending on who Rogue targets. So as long as it's not your Strange, she has a 20% chance of hitting Strange. So hopefully she doesn't do that, or hopefully he resists it. But as long as that happens, then this is fine. You could throw a pre-taunt like I was talking about earlier. If you don't have Shadow King, you could put a pre-taunt in here to make sure she doesn't do that special on Strange. But other than that, you can see they handle this team quite well. So there you have it. That one doesn't feel quite as bad as like the Spider Society match I covered, where they just keep hitting you and you just gotta hope for good RNG. The only RNG you're hoping for is the Rogue on that one. So Alright, and then floor 48, we have Annihilators with Kahori and Wasp. If you didn't get Kahori yet, you could probably do like Quicksilver or even like Silver Surfer or Ultimus probably. So those would be some options for you, but definitely Kahori works great, especially in combination with Thanos Endgame here. So let's go show you how that one's done. Alright, so the reason why Ultimus is good here is because of the Zugs taunting. You can take him out early, give the team some speed bar. But since we have Kahori, I'm trying to figure out who I want to flip some buffs on. And Gore stripping that charge from Red Goblin, even though there's not any symbiotes in here that he can revive, but I don't know. Just feels good when you can do that ult with Gore on a chargeable character. And in case you didn't know, you see that lizard there got the exposed. You can land exposed if a character has immunity, just because it's not really a debuff per se, so that's why you're able to do that. Gore doing his thing, and then Wasp, she doesn't have offense up, but she still hits really hard. So do that ult there, kill almost everyone. Gore finishes it off with his passive. I love that passive of his. So that was 48. Alright, so floor 49 is going to be the Night Stalkers with Mephisto, and really the only reason we're using Mephisto in here is to stop the revives from Dorm. If you're trying to hit floor 50 multiple times with multiple teams, there is a Mephisto team, or Mephisto can be key for beating floor 50, and then you would use like an Odin team, which I'll show you the Odin team here in a minute. But yeah, if you want to try and beat floor 50 for the extra points, after you get up to 50, then you just need to wait that next day and then drop down, and then you would have to come back up and do this again the next day. Again, wait. You have to wait for the cooldown. So I just went with the easy for sure win here, so let's go check it out. Alright, so I was trying to decide, do I want to do the special? Do I want to do the ult? Now, if you do the special, Oath will take advantage of her exposed mechanic. But I went with the ult just to lower the stats on everybody, just so I could get it through quicker. And I went with the ult on Blade onto that Iron Patriot there, just to rewind that huge chunk of enemies there. And really, all I have left is just the two now, so it's going to be an easy cleanup for the good old Night Stalkers. So there you go. Agatha finished it off. She likes to do that on this team. Alright, last floor. Floor 50 is going to be Odin with Illuminati. Now, if you do not have Odin, like I said, there is a Mephisto team out there. Let me know down in the comments if you used just Mephisto without Odin in this floor. But I have heard that, yeah, Mephisto is possible to beat this team. And it makes sense because you can usually win a Mephisto versus Mephisto match. It's probably not as clean as this one here, obviously, because Odin is a hard counter for Mephisto, but we'll show you how it's all done. Alright, so Zug spawns in with the taunt, obviously. So we're going to try and get some slows out there with Shuri, the Shuri special. And then Hank, we're going to special with him just to give us the Illuminati characters anyway, safeguard. So we can't get anything flipped or... Then Mephisto does his thing. And we do the Captain Britain special just to get some more damage out there since he chains around, so... Now Zugs can't be stunned, but like I said, just going for the damage. And he's almost down now. And we go for the ult with Mr. Fantastic. APOC does his ult, but since we put that safeguard out there, not a big deal. He kills the Captain Britain, which kind of sucks, but that's what he's there for, to take those hits off the team, or from the rest of the team, you know. And then if you have Odin, you're kind of familiar with how this goes. It's pretty much Odin stands there, does his little laser blast until everybody around him is dead except him, and he can just finish everything off. So that's, spoiler alert, that's how it's going to go. I think, if I remember right. It's usually how it works. It's kind of looking like some of these Illuminati members might survive. All right, here's the ult from Odin. Targeted APOC just to, yep, there we go, with that Raider ISO attack there. Okay, I guess most of them did survive. It was just the Captain Britain that took that APOC punch, but other than that, that's how it's done. So there you have it. Hope you found that was helpful. I will put the code for the save squad, all 50 floors, in the description. So take a look. Take a look at that if you need help with that. And yeah, until next time, make sure you spend those resources wisely, and we will see you around.